out here getting loose, guys going through some drills. We're almost at game time, folks. And thanks for joining us on this Christmas Eve. And tonight, we'll see the Houston Rockets as they go up against the Milwaukee Bucks here at their new home, Fiserv Forum. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You take a look at the Bucks. They're way down there in the conference standings, looking for a lot of improvement during the second half of the season. Here's the starting group for Houston. Green is out there with Cooper. And it's Green. Then it's Derek Lively. And it's Waters in at the 2. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis, the tested forward pair. Shaedon Sharpe is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Nurkic in at the center. So, Brent, at this point of the season, do teams still have time to figure things out?
I think there's always time, Kevin, to figure out where you are. Again, the expectations in the early part of the season about how competitive your team was going to be, that's critical in your decision-making as to what you want to do with the roster. But if you think that you can get into a deep playoff run, you've got to be honest about how these parts are fitting in and whether or not you need a change. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Middleton against Cooper. Now here's Middleton. Tight defense on him, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
That is tough. Watching Middleton find some kind of shooting window there and then knocking it down.
Here's Cooper. Pass to Green. Lively, a screen on Sharpe. And it's Green missing. And so Nurkic will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
Well, you have to be able to use the three-point line in some way. It's just such a weapon. And in that game, it was just not there for him.
And here is Green after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Lock at 6. Green finds Green. And there's the drive. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
You saw he altered his release, allowing him to get around his defender and then laid it in.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic around there, big and right on top of the cylinder.
For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against New Orleans. Here's Cooper, 11 points last game. Inside, Antetokounmpo with the steal. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And the Rockets making a change here.
Rocket substitution. Number 20, Gerald McCain.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And here's the break. Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Milwaukee in the lead. Lillard outside. Green with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
To check out the stats for Green. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Here's Middleton. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo? Of course, one of the league's best scorers, Giannis poised to be one of the game's all-time best.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and look at the NBA's best rebounding teams for this last month. The Rockets, number 1.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
Middleton outside. Pass to Nurkic. Over Green. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Middleton. Nurkic has got his second basket of the night.
And Nurkic proving he's got a little touch there from the mid-range. Very difficult guy to guard.
Waters passes to Green. Now Lively. And some nice passing there by Houston. And Green gets it to go. Green's got his second bucket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Bucks leading by 3. Lillard outside. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Lobbed up there for Green and stolen by Lillard. And Sharp has it in the corner. Kicks it out to Lillard. Green with the block.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And that's rocking the rim. Give him the 2 points and tack on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensational. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Now, here's Sharp. Defense is right there. Here's Giannis. Got a hand on it, and they'll keep possession. And the shot goes in. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Different look from Milwaukee. Champagne's checked in, and it's Jackson in for Sharp for the... And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Here's Ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And so in the game for the Rockets, we've got Williams, also Green out there. Derek Lively is out there with ball, and it's McCain in at the 2.
Coaches often talk about building a wall to try to stop the Greek Freak, and that time, that wall wasn't strong enough.
Up top, Lively. Outside, Green. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
For 3, Middleton. It's rebounded by Houston. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
And it was a matchup you thought they would have cruised through, but they actually dropped the game in this series last year.
Green with a screen on Lillard. He gets it in there. McCain's got the lead up to 4 now for the Rockets. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
Bucks shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter.
Lonzo is a point guard, but at 6'6", using that wingspan.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself.
There's Giannis. Look out below.
Every night there's something that Giannis does on the floor where you just have to put your hands on your head. Wow, what a move.
Here's Ball. And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharpe. That's his first foul. Jackson, he's checked in for Shaedon Sharpe. Houston also making some changes. Ware's checked in, and Dillingham subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Bucks on defense. Outside, Green to the right side. 5 on the clock. Green with a screen for Dillingham. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Smith checked in for Milwaukee. And a change for the Rockets. Şengün's checked in. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Looking now at some numbers for him.
And right now, he's in one of those grooves where he has a tremendous feel for the game. His assist numbers these past 5 look a lot different than from the rest of the season. And by different, I mean better.
Here's Middleton. And he overshot that one, missing.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Green with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Here's McCain. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And Lillard kicks to Middleton. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Middleton's got his third basket of the night.
Well, Middleton hovers around that 40% mark from downtown in his career. It's a good-looking shot there.
Green, the pass to Ware. Oh,
man. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Smith outside. To the middle. He's looking for Lillard and finds him. That one falls. Lillard's got 7.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
Rockets leading by 5. There's 57 seconds left in the first half of the game. Jackson against Green. Over Jackson. The rebound by the Bucks.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
To the paint. Here's Smith. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, now it's just a 3-point Rocket lead. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Green. And the layup falls. Green's got 6 points in the quarter.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Three-pointer, Lillard hands it from downtown.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Rockets ahead. They lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Doc. A high-scoring affair in the first half. Did you think coming in that it would be this kind of a shootout?
Not at all, but we're not playing good enough defense to guard anybody. So, we just got to play better to keep the ball in front of us.
Doc, thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
Glad you could join us. The story tonight for the Houston Rockets through 2 quarters, a tightly contested matchup.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as it is. Can you count on that in the second half? It's debatable, man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who's in the game for them down the stretch. And how about we move it on over for a preview of who we might be seeing in the dunk contest. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. The small and power forwards are the star pair of Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Damian Lillard out there with Shaedon Sharpe. And it's Nurkic, and at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Here's Green, and it's Green slamming it down.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Sharp finds Giannis. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Nurkic. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Nurkic has got 8 points.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting.
And Green gets it to go.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Now we get a chance to view the NBA's best setup men. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
The Rockets shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
At the line for the Rockets, Green, 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Green. And both free throws good for Green.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. You don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Shoots. And it's Sharp missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Green with a screen on Lillard. Outside for Sexton. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Lillard outside. The 3. Sexton grabs the board.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
1 shot.
Looking back at Damian Lillard's time in Portland, what an incredible 11-year run. I mean, Brent, he was the team.
Yeah, unbelievable, all-time great for the Portland Trailblazers. All-NBA 7 times, Kevin, a Blazers record. And no doubt one of the most beloved players that's ever put on a uniform in the great Pacific Northwest. But I know for Damian Lillard how competitive he is. He doesn't want to just rely on what it is he accomplished there. There's more to be done. He wants to win at the highest level, and that's what he's looking to do.
The Rockets making a switch here. Ball's checked in. Here's Lillard, 11 points in the game. Pass to Sharp. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Antetokounmpo, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. 4 on the clock. Floats one, walked again, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Here's Lillard.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Out to the right wing, McCain, and again it's the Rockets from deep.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Nurkic setting the pick for Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo beats the defense.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Green against Sharp. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkic.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Rockets have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. Free throw good, Green. He hits both from the stripe.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Middleton dishes to Nurkic. Williams with the block.
That's what Williams does, disrupt your offense.
Here's Green. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Sharp, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Outside Williams. In the corner, Dillingham with it. Sinks the triple. Dillingham's got 5 points so far.
Good recognition from the big man, Williams. Solid at realizing when the D has overcommitted.
Bucks trail by 9. Pass to Sharp. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Fires from deep. Antetokounmpo stretching the floor with the 3.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Count it. Green's got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's Antetokounmpo. 15 points in the game. Over Green. It's rebounded by Houston. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Here's the teardrop. And stolen by Sharp. Giannis inside. He's against Williams.
A main staple in Williams' game. That 6th sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Rockets.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
Coming to the floor, the Parkman Hoop Crew makes a noise.
The Bucks making a change here. Champagne's checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Williams. Colin Sexton comes in for Dillingham. And it's Cooper in for Lonzo Ball. Here's Lillard. He's got 11. Nurkic the pass to Antetokounmpo. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Green. And it's Houston on the break. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Pass to Lillard. Looking to end his cold spell. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line is on Colin Sexton.
And what a burst from Damian Lillard that time, just seeing that gap and getting ahead of the defense.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Smith checked in for Milwaukee.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
1:39 left to play here in the third. Here's Lively. Good D by Giannis.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Comes up empty down low. Houston leading by 9. Green in the high post. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists now tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
1:09 left to play in the third.
Rockets foul. Green. Second personal foul.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
At the line for
The first one falls.
I love Lillard because he loves the game. And this is a guy who just wants to be out there. He wants the ball in the hands. And he tries not to get caught up in all the drama that happens around the game. It's 100% focused on it.
Jackson, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Down low. They kick it out to Green. Pass to Cooper. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from way outside. He's off on that one.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Screen by Smith. Here's Sharp. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
20 seconds left in the third quarter. Green against Sharp. Outside, Green.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Bucks. Damian Lillard comes in for Dunn. The Rockets making a switch here. And that one misses.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
So on the floor for Houston, we've got Derek Lively. Green is out there with Green, and it's Waters in at the 3 slot.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Bucks trail by 12. Pass to Lillard. Smith outside. Lets the three fly. Green with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
To the wing right side. Lively the pass to Green. Shot clock at 5. Out to the right wing. Here's Lively. Rebounded by the Bucks. Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jackson looking it over. Launches it. Connects from three-point range. Jackson's got it back down to within single digits for Milwaukee. Rockets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Beyond the arc. A nice shot by McCain. McCain's got the lead up to 12 now for Houston.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout. And just because he might not be as big as some of the other guys that are on the floor, it doesn't dissuade him from getting in there and playing fearlessly on the glass.
Lively with the screen. Here's Green. And he drops it in from the low post. Green's got 25 points in the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Count it, and the Houston lead's been cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Damian Lillard. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They've led by as many as 14 points. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. In the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. 2 points. That one goes. And the Rockets lead by 13.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal, and he needs to stay aggressive out there. So going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
Here's Dunn. Six to shoot. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Lillard's checked in for Chris Dunn. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Middleton. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
Middleton's a high percentage shooter from that area. The reason I can tell, no hesitation on that one.
Lively a screen on Lillard. Throws it up high and finished off by Lively.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Ball's knocked loose. And it's Green slamming it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Lillard, the pass to Sharp. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 6 assists in the game. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He knows every possession is critical now. Şengün's checked in for Derek Lively. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During that break, listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. Now, he heaped praise on the defense. He said, the pressure's great. I love it. Keep making them make mistakes, guys. It's working. He thinks they're on the right track here. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Rockets leading by 13. Here's McCain. Outside, Green. Pass to Şengün. Count that bucket. And the Rockets lead by 15.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
It's stolen by Green, all alone, and it's Green slamming it down.
As athletic a move as you're going to see right there. Unreal.
How about the hang time on that thing? Wow. Bucks have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Giannis against Green. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And Sharp, just a wing player, showing that verticality he has, getting high above the rim that time.
Houston's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. And stolen by Lillard. Jumps up, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
They start that play with aggressive defense, finish with aggressive offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. It's a good possession all the way around.
Şengün finds Green. They get it again. There's the triple. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Şengün's got his third assist on the night. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. To present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. There's 1:47 left to play here in the fourth. Giannis kicks to Lillard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Lillard just plays with a flat-out edge. Dangerous as a player who knows how to draw contact inside.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good.
Voted one of the top 75 NBA players of all time. We should be enjoying the seasons that Damian Lillard is putting up in the next couple years.
1:39 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Houston. 17 points was their biggest margin. Stolen by Middleton. Lillard left side. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Scores after the quick crossover. Giannis has got 11 in the second half.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Houston.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
Here's McCain. Defended by Sharp. Pass to Green. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. A new lineup here for the Bucks.
At the line for the Rockets, Green, 1 shot.
Free throw good, Green. Here's Champagnie. Pass to Dunn. Unloads from 13. It's rebounded by Şengün. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Now, Green. Just 5 on the clock. For 3. The rebound by Bitadze. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching.